Tee to Green is brought to you by Cleary Building Corp.
Welcome back to Tee to Green. I'm Derek Schnarr, joined with longtime good friend Steve Ploch. There may have been a little bit of a divorce, but we're still very hunky-dory. So let's get right into it. I mean, Dustin Johnson, hot as can be, but the buzz this year, not so much about the driver, a little bit more about the golf ball. Tell me all about it. What do we got?
Well, the golf ball truly is revolutionary. The golf ball is 10 years in making, and it's a 5-layer urethane golf ball. And I would tell you that there's only a few times in my career that you see replacement cycle type products. This is one of them, where the technology and the performance jump is so great that people have to try the ball because it's that good. So,
well, what is it doing that's so good?
So really, because it's a 5-layer golf ball, we'll say that it's a tri-core, 3 cores and a dual cover. And it's the material and how we align the cores that has the golf ball perform much differently. It launches much, much higher than our competitors, and as a result, it doesn't require as much spin to keep it in the air or aerodynamically. The net result is we design the core so that it spins less initially. The net result is there's less drag. And because there's less drag, there's faster ball speed.
Are you following this at home? So, higher launch, lower spin, which means less curvature. You guys have redefined forgiveness over the years.
Correct.
And it goes farther.
I
see we have 2 different models here. We got what? A TP5. Is this like the X and the non-X? How's it work?
Yeah, TP5 and TP5X. The X, if I compare it to the TP5, will launch higher off the driver in comparison to TP5. Will spin slightly less around the green and be slightly more firm. It's 90 compression. And then the inverse, TP5, is a little lower off the driver, spins a little bit more green side, and is a little softer. So it's 83 compression.
So the packaging, Stevie, looks real pretty, but I see here that we have the golf ball kind of cut in half again.
Yes.
Very symbolic of how my ball looks when I get done with a round of golf. But tell me what's happening here.
So really, TP5 is the blue core. So you can see all 5 layers in the golf ball. And when I compare it, hold up, Derek, the TP5X, the urethane cover is much thinner on X versus TP5.
Yep.
And again, the fastest layer is right here where red borders the black or the teal borders the clear. So if I can compress the cover of the golf ball at 70 miles an hour with the driver, I'm going to benefit from the golf ball. I'll see increases in distance through ball speed.
Well, let's get right into the driver. I mean, this is kind of what mine looks like after a couple of bad tee shots, but what's new and exciting about the M1?
So you're not far from your dad, in other words.
At all.
So really what's different about the M1 is that we're utilizing more carbon fiber in the driver, so here and then in the toe plate underneath.
Okay.
And so it's 43% more carbon fiber. The net result is we take that weight savings and put it into the weights that are adjustable on the T-track or the underside of the driver.
Got it.
Which makes the weights more influential in shaping your shot or launch condition.
And is there more than one version of the M1? Is there an M2 again this year?
Well, there's 2 M1s, a 440 and a 460, and then there is an M2.
Okay.
We're doing the same thing, we just don't utilize carbon fiber in the toe panel on the underside of M2.
Okay. So price points here for the driver this year, M1, the fanciest one I can get?
$499 at retail, and then M2 is $399.
And I'm assuming there's fairway woods to match up and all that other great stuff?
Correct, yes.
So there you hear it, everybody at home, the new M1 driver, the new TP5 and the TP5X. This is what TaylorMade thinks is going to be awesome this year, and the combination of the two should hopefully lower some scores around Wisconsin, huh, Stevie?
Absolutely. Your proximity to the hole should be higher because you've got a shorter club in your hand.
Thanks for joining us today, Steve,
Appreciate
on
it,
Tee to
Derek.
Green, and we'll be right back.
Tee to Green is brought to you by Cleary Building Corp.